Are you tired of spending 17 hours a day playing Pokemon Go even though it's 2023? Don't you wish that this marvel of engineering that you're holding in your hand could come to more productive use? Well, you're in luck. Pokemon Go makes use of augmented reality, that is, technology that overlays information onto a screen. In this case, it's a Pokemon, but it's also used in Snapchat filters or even things that you won't regret sending, like work or learning. But how does AR learning work? I went to talk to some of the educators in Hong Kong UST to discuss their use of AR to prepare students for wind tunnel experiments. From Tech Asia, I'm Alfie. Let's dive in.
With any laboratory, there's limited time and space. We're trying to give students more self-learning time to prepare so that they can take away more from the hands-on laboratory.
Students become a lot more confident in using and applying the knowledge gained from this wind tunnel if they're pre-exposed to the theory and the operational principles of this wind tunnel. And so we've been able to augment this physical laboratory with an AR app.
I'm Henry, and I took the aerodynamics course 2 or 3 years ago. I was invited to do a trial of the AR app. So we had more opportunity to look into the details of the setup, how it actually works, and certain areas a bit dark and where light doesn't really shine to it. Having the app helps us know more about the overall setup of the experiment.
And a lot of these things they can't see with their eyes because it's air moving, right? So this way we give them a more visual aid to understand what exactly they're doing, why they're doing it, and what they can expect when they do the laboratory. A lot of these 3D models are a bit exaggerated, and that's kind of what we do here too. We have the exact replica, but we also can change the material color so that they can actually see inside.
This applies not just to aerodynamics, but to other fields such as linguistics, forensic pathology, and rehabilitation sciences. Especially in medicines where access to patients is quite limited, but with AR, students are better able to experience those contexts in the comforts of their own environment, at their own time scale. When they do eventually encounter those experiences in real life, they'll have a much better understanding.
So this technology has been around for decades, but it takes a lot of expertise to make these AR scenes. And then there's a whole other issue of deployment. Ultimately, what we want to do is create like an open library of all these high quality educational AR modules that anyone can access through their mobile devices. And we're hoping that this would give schools or institutions without the resources to develop these learning tools on their own and benefit their own students in teaching. So we can add elements like gamification, lets the student explore the concepts and content rather than being told what to study. I think this would help with evolving education into a more personalized learning, where instead of having one teacher speaking to maybe 30 students at one time, the students can use these kind of learning modules to explore and learn at their own pace. So we can have visual, audio, using 3D models and animations, and including traditional elements. So combining all of those gives the teacher more time and opportunity to actually engage with the students because they already have familiarization with the content.
Yeah, education is a fantastic field, but if we go outside of it, there's healthcare, there's tourism, there's so much more, even in gaming. But healthcare, there are agencies in Bangladesh like Augmenting that use AR to let doctors see patient scans and other data overlaid on their patients' bodies. There's even companies like Magic Leap that use AR to let surgeons see 3D models of patients' anatomy during their surgery. I'm Ridwan Sakib Anjum. I'm a tech reporter for the Daily Star in Bangladesh. AR is being used in retail quite a lot. Even Sephora has an AR app that allows customers to try on different makeup products virtually.
The appeal is that you're able to interact physically with that object without having to go in person.
Definitely. Imagine you're wanting to buy a couch, but you're not really sure if it fits in your living room or if it goes with the decor or the color scheme that you have in place. IKEA has an AR app that allows customers to see how different furniture would look like in their room. Even with the metaverse, does that perfectly.
So the deployment of these AR apps has been kind of spotty over the years. What stopped the adoption of this in the mainstream?
We can say there are hardware and software limitations, but one of the main things is the cost. The cost is extremely high. The price is just not accessible for most people yet, but it's getting there. It is going to be a lot of time before we get to that point. Even if we just come out of education for a bit, if we see commercial use with Apple's new product, it's 3.5 grand. That's not accessible for everyone. There are some schools in villages here that run on 3.5 grand for a year. So that's just not happening.
So that's something that needs to be taken into account, right? Because AR is supposed to be an evolution of education, but not replace teachers.
University of South Carolina is actually using AR to let students explore ancient Roman ruins. But what are those ancient Roman ruins without actual teachers there to guide the students through? The teachers have to say why this is important for the students to actually immerse themselves in those classrooms. And I think edtechs have a big role to play here. Khan Academy has the AR app, which you can use to see mathematical formulas and interact with them. To see it come to a point in Bangladesh where it's becoming more and more feasible to work with augmented reality. It's been amazing, and that's why I've been researching about this topic for a while, and the article should be coming out soon on the Daily Star.
Well, I look forward to reading it. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Alfie.
That's the end of the AR course for this week's Tech Asia. Let us know what you are looking forward to learn with this new technology. While you're augmenting your knowledge, I'll be augmenting my Pokemon collection.